Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How you guys doing? It's me, your girl Fosti Onye, and you're back again to the channel for Steak. Guys, there's some updates on the Big Brother Niger show that is ongoing now that I want us to talk about, just catch up on all the lanes in the house. So as you come in, guys, you know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and all that good stuff, and let's get right into it. So guys, I'm going to be looking at my notes. It's quite a long one, guys. So the guys, I in my previous videos I've done an introduction. I've also given updates on things that were happening, the first altercation in the house as they got in and all that. So on Tuesday this week was Martin's birthday, and Big Brother, as his usual practice, he brought in a lot of goodies. He brought in a lot of, stuff for the house. And the birthday ceremony and celebration was quite a very lovely one. But what stood out for me in that birthday was the lap dance that Martins got from what's that her name again? What's that? Mercedes. Guys, the lap dance that Martins got from Mercedes at his birthday gift was an eye opener. It was like, wow. Remember that Mercedes had told us that when she is on the stage, she's on another thing, that she loves pole dancing and all that, and she's like a church girl in a seductress. But that's how she made that comment anyway. So we've all been expecting that. Are we going to see some of those things which you talked about? Most of these Big Brother Naija housemates, when they're on stage, they say a lot of things. Remember Chichi? When Chichi came, she was like, she was a stripper, she was this, she was that, she does pole dancing and all that. But at the end of that season, guys, remember the season where Fina won, we did not see all those things that Chichi actually promised. But now, when Mercedes performed that lap dance for Martin, it was like a huge blowout. The internet was on fire. The way she was dancing, the way she was moving, the way she was, guys, it was on another level. And I was also excited to see that Martin did not dull himself. He did not just relax, and at some point he held her on her neck, kind of like choking, those kind of things. It was kind of exciting, guys. And the housemates were all surprised. If Flora was, her mouth was just like wide open. The guys were like, wow. As in, it was as if they were seeing a live performance that was very sensual and all that. And I was like, come on. So guys, for Martins had a wonderful birthday, and Mercedes kind of put her name on people's mouth, because that kind of opened the viewers up to her, that, oh, there's somebody like this in the house that is fire and all that. So moving ahead, we wish Martins a happy birthday, because guys, that his birthday was a big one, because he was marking a significant year. He just turned 30. So that was that for him. So moving on to the welcome dinner. Yesterday, Big Brother welcomed his housemates formally. It's the practice of the house, the Big Brother Naija show, to welcome these housemates anytime they come into the show like that. So they had their welcome dinner, and during that welcome dinner, some things happened. Before I go into that, there are some events that will prompt me analyzing that dinner, that welcome dinner. So let me just mention some of those events. So we have the altercation between Nomi and Ricky. When I was doing my the video, about the life nominations and everything, I mentioned that Ricky had the most amount of nominations. He had about 7 nominations. And I was like, what is Ricky doing that is making these housemates to, nominate him so fast? Just within few days of the, launch show, they're already nominating him for eviction. They want to take him out of the house. Hi, LS. Welcome. Hi, welcome to the channel. So within few days of this housemate getting into the house, they are already about taking Ricky out. I was like, what's the problem? So I got an insight to why that would be possible, guys. Ricky is somebody that is very, very blunt. He's somebody that doesn't really care how you would feel. He does what he wants to do. That's the kind of, vibes that he's giving. He's not a pushover. And he's not somebody that when he's upset, he will start shouting. No, Ricky will not shout. He will not, but his own demeanor when faced with challenges like that is to be calm, and you just leave the other party raving mad. So now, what caused this altercation on between Ricky and Nomi? Now, Ricky is trying to get close to Neche. Neche is the girl that is a lawyer. Guys, please watch the introduction video so that you will know these housemates, so that when we are talking about them in the live stream, it will be very easy for you to catch up. So now, Ricky is very interested in Neche. He wants to, have a thing with Neche in the house. Remember that when these housemates get into the house, they try to form alliances. They try, to form relationships so that they will gain longevity in the house. If you're always on your own, you may not stay long in the house. So it's a good strategy to some extent. Now, Ricky is moving to Neche, and they have been having conversations in the room that Neche is in. So on the previous night, that was on Monday night, the conversations they were having was kind of disturbing the housemates that were in that particular room from going to bed, from sleeping, because they were talking and all that. So the noise was interfering with some of the housemates' sleep. And now those housemates came and they complained to Neche, who was the person that Ricky was coming to see. So Neche was like, kind of dismissive. Blutopia is in that room. Nomi is in that room, and some other housemates too are in that room. So they kind of, talked with Neche, and Neche was like giving the vibe that she doesn't really like Ricky, that Ricky is this, Ricky is that. She was saying a lot that she doesn't really like Ricky like that. So that the housemates should not just that she's just that she said she's not really interested in Ricky for a relationship. She's not seeing it that way. That was the way Neche put it. So to the other girls in that room, they felt as if maybe Ricky is the one forcing himself on Neche. So I understand why when Ricky came into the room the following day to have a chat with Neche again, they did not want that disturbance to happen. So the first person that went to meet Ricky was Blutopia, and Blutopia was telling Ricky that they want to sleep and they don't need any disturbance and all that. And Ricky was like, no, that he's not having a chat. He doesn't want to talk, that he just wants to sleep, beside Neche. But Nomi was not having it at all. Nomi went all out. She was really attacking Ricky and telling him that he should leave the room. So Ricky felt that as an insult to his own ego. He was upset that why would Nomi tell him to leave the room in that manner. And Nomi went to the door, she opened the door, and she was like telling him to leave the room. So he got upset, and he was now talking back at Nomi. Her voice was already raising. She was talking and talking and talking and talking quite a lot. And there was something that Ricky said to Nomi, that who do you think you are? Do you know who I am? So that further triggered Nomi, and Nomi lost it. Guys, I want to talk about Nomi's personality here now before I forget. Nomi is that she's giving the vibe of somebody that, you know, doesn't hide her feelings. Once she has an issue with you, you're going to know, and she's going to come for you straight up. So she has, for some people that don't really like the way she talks, they will say that she's rude. But I don't want to outrightly say that Nomi is rude. I just feel that she's somebody that she's not willing to pander to you. So she just goes all out and she does what she wants to do. So she was, talking back at Ricky, and that caused a huge altercation to some point that Nature had to come in. And Nature was now telling Nomi that with the way that you're going, it seems there's something else that is inside, that is involved, that you're not saying. And that also made Nomi extra mad. Now, let me give a background to why Nomi acted that way. Remember, Nomi and Ricky came into the mansion together on the launch date. After their time on stage, they passed through the pathway and they came into the house together. So, according to Ricky said he had tried to have conversations with Nomi as they were trying to get into the house, but Nomi was ignoring him, probably trying to play the hard girl type of, that she doesn't, like that Dede script or something. She was trying to play the hard girl that will not easily fall for a guy. She's, the boss girl and all that. And she ignored Ricky. She did not give him that friendly vibe. Now, when the housemates finally settled into the house and Big Brother brought in their luggages, Nomi now called Ricky that Ricky should please help her with her luggages upstairs. So, according to Nomi now, Nomi said Ricky's expression changed. He was not willing to do that. And that was when she kind of cancelled him. She just exed him. And so I was like, come on. If you had given this guy a friendly vibe before you people got into the house, when he was trying to talk to you, maybe he would have, considered giving you a helping hand. But for somebody you had earlier snubbed, and now you are not calling him, asking for his favor, Ricky is not that kind of guy too that is going to pander to you. So you guys are both alphas. No one is trying to bend to the other. But the only difference now is that with Nomi is going to be screaming her head off, while Ricky will just be acting composed, but he will still be giving you your own dose. So that was the underlying tone. Now, what I feel is that Nomi was expecting Ricky to kind of chase her in the house so that it would be part of her own script to play. But Ricky is not that person. So instead of Ricky chasing Nomi, who is now a friend to Neche, Ricky is now going after Neche. So Nomi used that annoyance to really attack Ricky very well. That is the underlying tone of why Nomi went all out that way. Ricky. And she was saying a lot of things. And guys, that altercation happened. Now, during the welcome dinner, when Big Brother, welcomed them, he also gave them a game they were playing, like passing a box around, and in that box they have to pick 3 words and fill in the gaps. On the scripts, they will write something like maybe Dash does the impossible. So you fill in the housemate that you think fits that, word sentence. You have to do that. So that was the kind of game they were playing. And now when it got to Ricky's turn, guys, because most of the housemates, they were just, trying to be diplomatic in their approach. But the people that stood out for me was Ricky. When Ricky mentioned, I think he was saying something that when the question said Dash will reveal more of himself. So Ricky put himself in that place, that Ricky himself will reveal more of himself to the housemates. And Ricky was now saying if he had not done anything, and his name is already on everybody's lips, and they are already calling him Ricky this, Ricky that, that what of if he now starts doing something? So he's going to show more of himself. And when he made that comment, Nomi rolled her eyes, Temi also rolled her eyes. Remember that these women were ganging up against Ricky when that altercation happened the previous night. So Temi had a lot of things to say about Ricky. Even at some point, Nomi was saying that Ricky is behaving like a woman beater or something like that. And I'm like, come on, please, no labels this season, no labels. Don't just give him a label because he's not pandering to you. So I think that Nomi is an instigator, number one, and Nomi is somebody that is very, very manipulative, guys. She's very manipulative, and she will not be Nomi will not hesitate to step on toes in order for her to advance in her game. That is the vibe that I'm getting from Nomi, because the way she was going all out. Hi, Loretta. Hi, Johnny. Welcome. The way she was going all out was kind of, out of it. Now, when Ricky made that comment during the dinner that he's not doing anything yet, and these housemates are already talking about him. What if he now starts doing something? He's going to show more of himself. Nomi rolled her eyes and all that, and I'm like, come on. So, no, after that altercation that these people had, they have been planning, Ricky so bad. And I wonder how many more nominations he's going to get by next week. By next week, Monday. Because Ricky is really, really stepping on their toes, and these girls, they're not having it. They are ganging up, especially Temi, Nomi, and some other housemates. They are really ganging up against Ricky. So if you're a Ricky fan, you know what to do to keep your faith in the house. Now, Ricky then told Neche that Nomi had told him that Neche told Nomi that she did not even want him in her bed anyway. So that was why she was acting that way. So Ricky took offense. He was like, if you did not want me close to you, Neche, you would have told me instead of discussing our matter with other people. So he was accusing Neche of discussing him with other housemates, especially Nomi and the rest. That why would Nomi have the right to tell him that, after all, this girl that you're coming to see every time, she doesn't want you around her anyway. So Neche blew up. She was upset. That caused another ruckus. Guys, yesterday in the Big Brother mansion was a hell of a chaos. A lot of things was happening. After that dinner, chaos here and there. Neche, Nomi, Ricky fight. It started with Ricky and Neche, when Ricky was confronting Neche that Neche was discussing him with other housemates. So Neche got upset. She was trying to defend herself, that she never told Nomi anything like that she never told Nomi that she doesn't want him in her bed, that she was saying a lot, that if Ricky will say that thing to her, then that means he did not really appreciate her defending him when he and Nomi had earlier had the altercation during that night. So that Nomi was lying against her, and she was getting so hyperventilated. She was like, if she faced Nomi, she would slap Nomi, she would do this to Nomi. She was saying quite a lot. She was mouthing quite a lot of things. And I was like expecting her to, show herself. But when she now faced Nomi, because she actually confronted Nomi, when she now faced Nomi, she was just going round and round and round about the whole issue. Guys, now here is my own take on it. Neche, she is trying to present herself as somebody that did not really like Ricky chasing her, and she's putting that front to her fellow girls. In actuality, Neche said that she was not interested in Ricky. That was the truth. But she did not tell that to Nomi directly. But remember that this is Big Brother's house, and people talk. The walls are thin. The walls also have ears. So that was when Nature got the updates. Exactly. Nature is really male-centered. Exactly, guys. You understand what I'm saying? So that was when Nomi got the updates about that. if you're saying that you are not interested in Ricky, why are you then entertaining him? That was Nomi's point of view. You understand? If you're saying that you're not interested in Ricky, then why are you entertaining him? So she had every right to go ahead and, tell Ricky to leave the room, because she was thinking that maybe her friend Nature would have backed her up. But instead of Nature to back her up in that moment, Nature turned on Nomi and was fighting Nomi in front of Ricky. So in my own view, she was trying to play two sides. She was trying to prove to Ricky that she really wanted this his chasing to continue, and also to show Nomi that she was afraid. So in my own view, Nature did not really know what she wants. She did not really know, and I believe that she is very, very emotional. And if she allows the housemates to know that is her weak point, then I believe that she will be getting triggered easily. Because yesterday it was chaos in Big Brother's house. Exactly, Maburu, welcome. She nags a lot, of course. She really nags a lot, because it was chaos in the house. She was talking, she was not backing down, Nomi was not backing down, and every guys, to the point that these girls, they neglected the wager tax preparations they were supposed to do, and they were just going on and on talking about Ricky. So why make a lot of fuss about Ricky when you have already told housemates that you are not interested in Ricky, and you are not allowing Ricky's matter now to stop you guys from rehearsing for your wager? Guys, the chaos was so much that even Sheba got upset. Sheba left the house and went straight up to the head of house loft, and she was upset when they came to call her that they should come and practice again. She said she's not coming down. She was upset. She just went ahead, owing to the same thing. She wasn't interested anymore, because these two girls, they were just taking people for granted. Meanwhile, this guy that she was talking about, Ricky was outside with the guys rehearsing for their own wager. Ricky was outside rehearsing for their own wager. Why these two girls, they were just going on and on talking. Nomi was not backing down, and Nature too was not backing down. So I was like, what's all this? What's all? As in, to me, I feel that Nature is really male-centered. Ricky was her script in that house. I think Ricky was her script. It was her game plan, her own idea of what she would play out in the house. So when she found out that Nomi is trying to put sand in her garri, that was why she now turned on Nomi. That's what I feel. She wanted to use Ricky to play the game, because she has said she's not interested in Ricky. So if you're not interested in Ricky, why don't you tell him off? Instead, you are entertaining him so that you will have something as your own script in the house. So that you have something as your own game in the house. And that was why she was upset when Nomi did that thing. As for Nomi too, based on she had already had previous fallouts with Ricky, because she had mentioned that when she came into the house, she had told Ricky to help her with her boxes upstairs, and Ricky's face changed, and that was when she asked him. I think that was also part of what fueled Nomi to go harder on Ricky. So now the house was in chaos, guys. That's majorly what happened. The house was in chaos. Apart from the Nature, Nomi, and Ricky fight, we now have the Chisum Chuka and Bells. Now, according to Bells have been saying that Chisum Chuka has been treating her some type of way, that the grace he gives to other housemates, he doesn't extend it to her. Exactly, Maburu, you're very correct. I feel like Nature is those type of girl that wants exactly. She really wants Ricky to keep chasing her. She wanted it to be her game in the house. You understand? So when Nomi did that, it kind of put a clog in her plans, and that was why she was now upset at Nomi. So according to that, Nature is trying to play both sides. She's trying to show Ricky that I supported you, I fought for you, I fought my friend for you and all that. That means I still appreciate you and all that. So that Ricky will keep on chasing her. While moving on to Nomi, she's telling Nomi that who is Ricky? Who is Ricky? I don't really care about him that way. These are no guys. I just don't want. Let's just move ahead from that Nature's this thing. We'll see how she. But I just want to put it out there that if she continues to be so emotional as she was that yesterday, it will be very easy for the house to trigger her. And if they trigger her, she may, do something that will destroy her game. Yeah, the wager is today. The wager is today. So we'll see how, because the guys have been presenting, they have been really preparing very well for their wager. They have been really preparing. And the girls, to me, I feel that they are not really prepared. I wonder how it will be. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and see the kind of magic they will perform. But their preparations was whack, and that's the honest truth. So now, Chisum and Belle's fight. Well, guys, for the time I will have to confirm. And if it's possible, I'll go live. If it's possible, I'll go live. So let's talk about Chisum and Belle's fight now. So, like I mentioned, Bells has been saying that Chisum has been treating her differently from other people. There are some things that she will do, she will want that Chisum will deny her, and instead, when other people ask, Chisum will accept and give it to them. Like, yeah, the pool party is also today. The pool party is today. Probably they will start by 9 thereabouts. So they will start by 9. So for Chisum and Bells, Bells was saying that Chisum has been treating her badly. He was not really taking, like when she wanted food, she had wanted food, but Chisum denied her. And instead, when Ricky wanted the same thing, he allowed Ricky. So she was like, Chisum is being biased towards her, and she wanted Chisum to apologize. But Chisum said no, he was not going to apologize and all that. He was being very adamant. So now, Bells was not saying that Bells was not saying, but she can apologize to Chisum. Why is Chisum not extending that to her? And that from henceforth she will not listen to him anymore. She will break any rules she wants to break. She will do whatever she wants. So guys, for that, I think Chisum is doing too much. Initially he was presenting like the guys, he was friendly and all that. But now he's now showing himself too much. Guys, this is just head of house, and you guys came into the game just as other people. So you don't have to take that position so much like that. You understand? You don't really have to do so much. So I think that Chisum should tone it down a little bit, because even at some point when Bells was trying to make her point, instead of her to apologize to Bells and make Bells understand that he was sorry, or he did not really mean to treat her that way. Instead, he kept on saying that and claiming that he was right, and started saying, instead of insulting Bells, he was not saying she looks sexy, you look sexy and all that. So it was kind of trivializing Bells' emotions and feelings at that point. So that was why Bells had to tell him that you are sexualizing me. You understand? Oh, the wager has started. Okay, guys, I'll look at it. I'll look at it, guys. So let me just round up with this live stream so that we can go ahead. So I think that Chisum has to tone it down a little bit. He really has to tone it down a little bit, because if he's doing this way, remember that the game is just starting. You understand? He can give other people cues on how to treat him. He's not sure if Bells will win head of house later. You understand? And if she treats him that way, I hope he will not be upset with it. So that's my own 2 cents about everything. Guys, this is just the update. I thought let's just bring it in, catch up to speed. I don't want this live stream to be too long. And let's just catch up with the wager and see how the presentation happens. And I'll come back and give my update and 2 cents about it. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and let's keep it rolling. For now, bye guys. Who do you think will win the wager? The guys or the girls? I support the guys. Because guys, they prepared very well. They prepared. So I want to see the magic that the girls will do. I just want to see the magic. So let's keep fingers crossed. We hope for the best. Bye, guys. Take care now.